Okay, I'm going to call the meeting to order. Please stand for Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, consideration of any changes or additions to the agenda.
Pest control in the town office.
We'll put that under new business for pest control town office.
And I don't know where we want to discuss treasurer applications. I didn't.
We'll put that right at the bottom of the old business.
Okay.
And we got treasurer applications. We'll put that at the bottom of the old business. Diane, Jeff, anything else?
I don't have anything.
I don't have anything.
Okay. Approval of April 14th and 21st and 28th minutes. Is there a motion?
I make the motion, we approve the minutes of April 14, April 21st, and April 28th as written.
I'll second them. The ayes?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, moving on to reports. Highway and Transfer Station update, Clinton?
I got 4 quotes, or 3 quotes for the trees up at Star Lake. McCullough Brothers is $19,250. Willow Tree Service is $8,000 with not picking up any of the debris. And then DV Tree Works, Josh Bickford, he is $4,000. That's to clean up clean it all up.
That's how many trees is that?
There's 6 trees. One that's just got a dead limb that's coming out of it. And the rest of the tree is still in good shape. And then there's one limb that's dead, which is hanging kind of over the power line, which needs to come out. And there's a couple other little limbs in that one maple tree it's still in good shape. It just needs to be trimmed and taken care of, but he's got it all broken down to what it is and whatnot, but he said it shouldn't, and the $4,000 is a day rate, and he said it shouldn't take just a day to do it, so.
Yeah.
These are the ones that we were talking about a month ago.
Yes.
Just trying to,
Yeah.
well, they're hazards.
Yeah, they're hazards.
They're dead.
Yeah.
Okay. Not budgeted, but they're hazards.
Yes.
We need a motion for that.
Have to see where the funding is going to come out of.
Is there anything left on outside services? For summer?
There still should be some in tree removal.
This is summer outside road services through the month of April there's still $15K left there. like item number 62300. 62300.
I'll put the beach. And I shouldn't put the beach. Sorry.
Did you decide? Did you get anywhere on the wood salt?
I haven't, I talked with 3 different companies up at the municipal show, and they're kinda holding off until,
Shipments coming in.
till the shipments come in July 1st, and
Yeah.
so, yeah. So we have that winter material, or winter
Labor.
labor that we can.
Okay, so we do have.
I mean, with
trees.
them being dangerous trees, and,
You gotta do it.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, we need a motion to do it,
Yeah.
that's all.
I'll make a motion to remove those trees with DB Tree Service, 6 trees plus some limbs at Star Lake. And if we could just given the treasure situation, just put it towards that summer road outside services when we get the bill. Just the falls.
Yeah, we can do that. I'll second it. The ayes?
Aye.
Aye.
and then, we had a visit from the state of Vermont up at the transfer station. They did a lot of pictures, found a lot of stuff. I haven't seen no report yet, but just letting you know that I'm sure we will be getting a report.
Anything that you know of that you could take care of before the,
I mean, it's been taken care of, but they've already taken the pictures and.
yeah, no, but you've at least,
And they've already been warned about them once.
Have we addressed the attendance?
Huh?
Have we addressed the attendance?
I told Kevin about it, but,
What's the issue?
there's painted material in the burn pile, there's pressure treated wood in the burn pile, a few oil containers that weren't put in the oil drums, air conditioner units that we took to Rutland, which I'm sure
We're not supposed to collect those anymore.
no, I know that, but they were there,
Oh boy.
so.
Just close it down, because we're gonna get fined one of these times, and
It was a 10 grand fine that went over us last time.
I think we gotta have a meeting with the attendance or research having somebody else come in and
I'm not going
Yeah.
own the transfer station.
garbage.
It'll save the town 80 grand plus a year out of the budget.
you know my feelings.
Yeah, mine too.
So,
I guess at this point in time, just should probably wait to see what the state of Vermont comes down with. But
do you want to shut the burn pile down?
if they can't keep track of it being way down there in the corner, and people are not being honest.
I
You
would,
know, they're just throwing it,
so I would recommend,
but I mean, we've advertised, refrigerators, no air conditioners, no everything else, and they set them right there in front of the
Yeah.
metal container.
Yeah.
We got charged $80 to take 2 air conditioners to Rutland. And I know this open top that's up there now has got a couple mattresses in it. So there's gonna be another $100.
Those are $200, $100 a piece.
Yeah,
we just, so I think we should set a traffic control, so not everybody at once can just back in and dump, kinda Ludlow does that. So they have to go one way in and one way out, and the dump attendant has to be there before they unload.
Yeah, I mean, or we just get rid of the open tops and
Yep.
just, because if art comes, if Able Waste comes, I'm guessing it's just gonna be
Trash.
recycling and
Yeah.
bags.
Yep. Yep.
I mean, the open top people can go to
Hubbard's.
Hubbard's and
Or
pay.
Casella's, or wherever.
Yeah.
In Gleason Road, you don't have to have a contract or
Permit.
permit with them anymore. It's all by the ton and
Mhm.
the material that you're bringing in.
Yeah.
So,
Same as kind of what Hubbard does.
Yeah.
They charge 180 a ton.
I'd be curious to see what the open top fees are, because I bet dollar wise we lose.
Yeah, I'm not opposed to just becoming a trash and recyclable facility and get rid of the steel, get rid of the burn, and get rid of the construction dumpster. It'll save the town money. Yes, it'll put a burden.
It's better than having nothing.
It's better than nothing. It'll put a burden on some of the town's folks for bringing trash or their stuff to the dump, but they gotta also understand that their actions of not being responsible, dumping at the dump, is going to cost the town tens of thousands of dollars in fines before they're done. So,
And maybe if we took action, we could notify the state that we took action very
Correct.
well before the
Correct.
fines came.
Yep. So I would say immediately, no more burn pile immediately. So ribbon off, rope off that, put a sign down there saying no burn pile, no burn material permitted.
Is there only one attendant there at a time?
No, there's two.
There's two, but there could be 8 cars, 9 cars in
once.
there at once.
I haven't been to the dump since 19
It gets
something.
it can get quiet and then all of a sudden just
It's
chaos,
flooded.
Yeah.
and then quiets right down again.
So I would start that
you.
immediately. And I hope people are out there listening or hearing, if not being responsible by putting your air conditioners, mattresses, we will stop the rest. If not,
I would almost say, do we propose stopping the open top in a month and start putting the word out?
Yep.
And then if there's feedback,
I
warranted feedback,
think we can put that out on the news flash, put it in the chit chat, advertise it on the website. In a month, all the open tops will stop because
it's not advantageous for us to do so.
Correct.
I mean, yeah, we get $100, but it's costing us
Yep.
thousands.
Yep, it's gonna cost us thousands.
The game cameras work?
It's then it becomes enforcement. Like, oh, we saw you do it, and then you gotta go chase the person down,
Right.
and like, it's just
Right.
why we put ourselves in that
So
spot.
we'll put ourselves in the position where
They ruined it for everybody.
in
Yeah.
a month, we'll shut all open tops.
Exactly. Have to take out garbage.
Scrap and C&D.
Yep. Yep, all construction waste will have to be taken to alternate facilities, whether it's Hubbard's, Casella's, or Gleason Road, and same with metal,
And electronics as well.
electronics as well.
well, the electronics is, I mean,
Free.
that's free anyhow. And we do get paid for that.
We'd have to get a smaller unit then, it goes in the building.
Yeah, it goes in that.
It goes in the Connex.
In that building, yeah. Okay.
And our uniforms will be here, the 20th. So. And that's all I got.
Should we make a motion to end that adjustment?
Yep, we'll have to put a letter out there too for the reason why.
First, the fiscal year?
Yes,
I guess.
well,
Well, you got a whole month, which would be June. And then starting July 1st.
yeah, July 1st.
Yeah, that's kind of.
July 1st,
Yeah.
open tops are done. immediately the burn pile, because
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
throwing painted material and non-burnable stuff.
So I'll make a motion to end the burn pile immediately, cordon it off, and stop C&D collection and stop scrap metal collection. And the reasons will be stated in the minutes on why.
Yep.
Let's go beginning July 1.
I'll second it. The ayes?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Just make sure the meetings reflect potential fines and outline everything we just discussed.
Yeah, from the state.
I want to say this is the, second time within the second year.
Yeah.
So the state's gonna come down on us pretty hard at one point because we can't control it. So we'll be,
Could we correspond with them, ask the clerk to correspond with the state and just let them know that we ended?
we can.
I'm not sure who
Who to contact,
to contact, because I haven't seen no paperwork or nothing.
and there's been no email yet.
Yeah.
So I'd say once we get the letter or the email, then we'll reach out to them and say, these are our actions.
Yeah, especially if it's on the meeting minutes, we can always be like, show the meeting minutes.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, then the status of the Hortonville Shunpike intersection culvert.
I'm just about done making the drawing, and then I gotta apply for Army Corps and I draw profile. I gotta get an A&R stream permit, talk to the Army Corps to see what's required, and then I was going to draft up a request for quotes for box for metal culverts. I guess if we could just an update or request. There's only 2 manufacturers. I'll try to find a third one, but it might be just limited to 2.
Yep.
So the goal is to get that sorted out here ASAP so that we can then, once we get the permits, seek out 3 quotes for install of those.
The Hortonville Shunpike intersection up there, I went up and took a look at it, and there's more than, over the winter, it broke up more, so we're gonna put out an RFP for that and possibly doing from 103 up the hill to,
Wherever our budget runs out.
yeah, where our budget
Yeah.
runs out pretty much.
Which should take us, if we take the funds left, because we spent $266,000 last year, but we had a grant plus our retreat budget, so there's like 55 grand left. If we could somehow use those 55 plus our current retreatment budget, that would get us farther.
That would give us about 180,
Yes,
so
roughly.
that would definitely get that intersection over there.
It's my-
I know the price of the mix has gone way up because
Wasn't that intersection some of that price covered in last year?
It's-
It is, but the scope is different, so because it broke up more,
Mm-hmm.
it's,
But it'll just be an addition to, it won't be the whole cost of the intersection. Because we already paid for some of that.
It was-
no,
it was by the
we
ton.
didn't, it's by the ton, so we
Right.
didn't pay for that to be
Okay,
done. I mean, we would have paid for it if they had put the pavement down.
okay.
Which is
I
better,
just-
we would have had not 55 grand left over.
Right.
I wanted to make sure.
Yeah, no,
'Cause I know
it
it's-
hasn't been paid,
Okay.
so. Because we pay by the ton
No, I know
when they
that,
put it down.
but I think that's what his budget quote
The
included.
contract included
Yes.
it, yeah, we just
Yes.
didn't go full contract on it.
So, and I don't know what we paid to him on the contract, so.
We can look at the, triple check it, but it didn't bill for it, but we'll double check just to make sure.
Okay. Then Sawyer Hill Beaver Metal Culvert Replacement.
That's what I just talked about there, just getting that RFP out for the steel material, and then a separate RFP for install. That should save us some of the
Okay.
cost of markup.
Mark, can I ask exactly what the Sawyer Hill project is and why it's being done?
It's the culvert right after
Higgins?
Bob Cram's,
Oh, okay.
right on the flat right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's all like folded up in the middle of it. So when it rains, everything gets caught in there because it's so bad.
Wasn't that a
backs
new
it up.
culvert?
No.
And the state is making it be different because of the hydraulic.
They gave us a grant for $200K, which runs out at the end of this year.
Yeah.
Hydraulic what?
No, it's the,
Maybe just
it's a,
It's a termination.
It's to design the culvert. They do
Yes.
a engineering study based on the watershed area and then correlate that back to a size of a culvert. So in order to meet the current road standards that we have, you have to, in order to get the money for the grant, you have to adhere to the standards.
Yep.
And then you throw on top of that Fish and Wildlife, which usually hydraulics say it needs to be a certain size, and then
Yep.
Fish and Wildlife says it needs to be even bigger to take care of the fish.
Yep.
So it ends,
Yep.
It's-
Are you for real?
if you look at it,
oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's even worse if they find them spotted salamanders.
Yeah, I wanna see the fish that come down through there.
Oh, now with the
Okay.
new culvert, there'll be more.
There'll be more fish.
Okay,
I'm sure.
moving on, town treasurer's update, Don?
Thank you, guys.
So you have my reports there. I paid the school their monthly, that was the biggest bill we had this, month. Delinquent taxes, all of 2024 people have paid off. We have 18 people owe for 2025. We're owed so far 67,676 thousand. And we have several people who have prepaid for a total of 10,300. And we're getting lots of calls already about, what's my tax rate gonna be? Other than that, I'm not sure.
And it starts.
Yeah, it starts.
And then it starts.
So that's about all I have to say.
No, there's not a huge bunch of changes in there at all, compared to last month's bill, or last month's review.
Everything's been kind of status quo.
Yep.
How much is the school payment this month? 550,000,
And that's a monthly thing, right?
yes. All 12 months.
Any questions for Don?
Thank you. What?
No, I forgot about that.
Is it important? Should we know about it? Now you got me curious.
Oh, yes, I'm sorry, I forgot. I didn't write it down, shame on me. I talked with Vermont Leagues and Cities and Towns about our van lift, like we rented last year. We are covered. There is a small class video that we should watch, whatnot. But, Wade McClure is coming tomorrow at 10 o'clock with papers for us to look at so that we know what we need to do and what not to do as far as our safety harnesses, and which we have that and everything. So that would save us a tremendous amount of money for taking down some dead trees that are on the roadsides. But we got it covered, so.
Good news.
Good news. Okay, so if there's no questions for Don, we'll go move on to the R.H.R. Smith reappointment for auditor.
Just to confirm that if you signed the letter, Mark, I've sent that to them. I'm still in discussions with them about timing, given our current situation, including timing of an interim audit,
Okay.
which will contribute to the FY26
Yeah.
full audit.
Okay. No, perfect. Thank you, Faith. Listers report, Mary?
Mary called, unfortunately she's had a family emergency,
Okay.
so can't make it, but she did ask me to pass on the information that they're working on the reassessments, which should be done shortly, with grievance notices going out in around 2 weeks.
No, perfect. Thank you. Conservation Commission update. No, Phil. Nobody here. All right, that one would be tabled. We have nobody. Moving on to new business. U.S. Forest Service spring update. Martina Burns.
Hello.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Thanks for the opportunity. Where should we stand? Just
Right
there.
here's fine.
Is that good? Okay.
That's good.
Hello, everyone. I'm Martina Barnes. I'm the district ranger on the Manchester Ranger District up to the Green Mountain National Forest. I was here last year, and we just are going around. I'll have Jessie introduce herself when she does her update too. We're going around to the various select boards in the district to just give a short update on some of the projects happening in your town and give you a chance if you have any questions. We brought a map too, which we'll leave with you, and some paperwork, but just wanted to let you know also if you've been hearing in the news about some of the overall changes at the U.S. Forest Service. There is a big reorganization happening. Fortunately, though, it's not having a huge impact at our level, which is a good thing from my perspective. They're trying to support the field operational level, which is the level that we're at here, continuing to do projects, support active forest management, creation of wildlife habitat, recreation, supporting recreation projects as well. So yeah, so while we have had some staff cuts, we're hoping that the trend will be to hire again in the future. So just so if you hear, there are changes happening at other levels, like in Washington and at our regional office levels, but not at our field level, at the district level. And yeah, just also wanted to share, you may have seen some, recently, I think April 23rd, we did some prescribed burning. Also, you may use the term controlled burning, but we're prescribed burning at Tarboville. It's like about 23, I think it was, 25 acres. We were doing some burns there recently, as well as Beaver Meadows, about 3, I think it was total of 10 acres there as well. So we had a really successful prescribed burning season this year because of the just the conditions were right, and got I think 1,200 acres total across the forest, including the Finger Lakes National Forest. So the purpose of that is really to not only reduce, pine fuels and fuel loading, but also creating the temporary and permanent wildlife openings and helping to maintain those. So that was a success here in Mount Holly. And then wanted just to leave you with some, and Jessie will talk about the timber stuff, but we have on our website, we do have all of our active and past projects that we've done. So I'll leave that with you when we leave here. It's called the Quarterly Proposed Projects List. And also a letter that was sent back in January, so you probably already received it, but just in case, I brought a hard copy, which just highlights some of the projects and some of the, some of the conditions that we were dealing with last fall and in the spring. As you know, we were dealing with a pretty severe drought in the fall, so making sure you know that we have, with fire restrictions in place, like we put signs up at our recreation sites, just kind of notifying the public to be really careful not to leave unattended campfires, and just kind of really honing in on that messaging with the public when we do have drought conditions, which it seems like lately we have more frequently than not. So so that's also something that was mentioned in the letter. And then although I wanted to just highlight one of our kind of exciting recreation projects is a statewide mountain bike trail called the Belmont Trail, which doesn't directly go through Mount Holly, but adjacent, sort of southeast through Mount Tabor. It'll eventually connect from Massachusetts all the way to the Canadian border, but it's using a lot of the existing trails that we have, like the Catamount Trail, and other snowmobile trails and hiking trails. And it's also, the full route of the trail is available on our website, but I brought a printout of the different trail routes that it takes. So if you're interested in just seeing, it's still, we haven't done any construction yet on the Manchester Ranger District for this trail. Most of the work has been done on the northern half of the greens in the Rochester District, but the hope is to begin implementation this year and then over the course of the next few years. So I'll leave you some more details about that, and then I'll pass it on to Jesse to talk about some of the recent timber activity, which you probably noticed, and also any other questions you have related to our active forest management projects. So
Yeah.
take it away, Jesse.
So my name is Jesse Pertl. I'm the pre-sale forester out of Manchester. Nice to meet everybody. We have a timber sale in your town. It is West River Timber Sale. I don't know if everyone's familiar. Trying to remember the timeline a little bit. So it got sold. It's a 5-year contract with the potential for extensions if conditions are not feasible for operations. So say we don't get enough snow or the ground doesn't freeze enough, if it goes over such a threshold amount of days, they get that time tacked back onto the end of the contract. So it gives them additional time to do the job. On this map, it is the green, kind of these blocks here is the sale area boundary, and then internal of that are the actual units. The project this is associated with is called the Early Successional Habitat Creation Project, also known as ESH. ESH's goal is to provide more 0 to 9 year regenerative cuts for wildlife. The byproduct is the timber. So it's a wildlife-driven project. It was signed in 2019, I think. And over the course of the next 15 years, it's supposed to be a 15-year contract. We're supposed to be plugging away at it. It was originally slotted to be 1,000 acres a year. You're not hitting that benchmark, which is fine. That means, I don't know what that means for the lifetime of the project yet. That is yet to be decided, but this is mostly the prescription, so the types of management, the types of treatments that are taking place here are like a shelter woods, patch cuts, group selections, so things that are really gonna bring regeneration. So you're gonna get a lot of small diameter trees back, a lot of brush, things that are good for, your hare, your grouse, all the things that love having cover, but also need the food that's in an open landscape. This is following our forest plan. Our forest plan says we're supposed to have so much percentage of this year group on our forest. This project is to help move us toward that trajectory to get the percentage that we're looking for. We haven't met it yet, but hopefully at the end of the project, then we'll be at a good point. Are there any questions specific to the West River timber sale? Okay. And then any questions for Martina about any of the other type of things, projects that we got going on the Green Mountain?
Steve?
I'm just curious, would there be the trails you're talking about with the bicycle and everything?
Yeah.
Will there be any access from the Mount Holly area? Because in the past, there's been, not complaints, but comments
Of a
where
desire.
the access is in Weston, the access is in,
Right.
there's nothing from here.
I don't think a direct, but I'm sure we have, and I know I've spoken to, oh my gosh, the gentleman,
John,
yes, John. Yeah.
I can guess who.
Yeah. I have spoken to him in the past about this and about the desire for more recreation opportunities in the town of Mount Holly. And then we have a conversation and then, we haven't gone beyond that yet. And I think it might be, we just recently, a few months ago, were able to support the hiring of a permanent recreation program manager on our district. So the last few years, we haven't had that position. So I was just given my capacity to take on like a question that you just answered and actually follow through and like meet in the field and talk about what the opportunities are. Now that we have Steve Pitlick, he lives in Wallingford, but he was here last year, but he's now permanently on our staff, and he would handle, I can pass that along and have him get in touch with. His name is also John McCann?
Yes.
John
Yeah,
McCann.
because we have a John McCann on our staff. And
So if you're using some of the snowmobile trails,
yeah,
you
there
know,
should be.
you should have access to the snowmobile trails.
Exactly. So I
Right,
think
but I
there's
didn't know
a
if it
way.
was linked into what they were talking about.
If it goes into Tabor,
It does.
it
Yeah.
would, you could link into Tabor.
Right.
So I'll pass John McCann's info to Steve, and but although the route has been pretty much established, but those connections to towns is the whole
Yeah.
like.
I know John put it in the town plan. That's why I was asking.
Okay.
Same thing with certain people who over there who like horseback riding.
Yeah.
So that would take in like the vast trail.
Yes. So because it's a vast as a winter use and this is a summer use, it's like a great way. We're trying to encourage more multi-use trails because it's just hard on us for maintenance to maintain all these trails for a bike trail and then a separate trail for snowmobiles. So it's nice when we can use one trail for many purposes. Doesn't always work out perfectly, but there's sometimes user conflict. But we're trying. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up. I'll leave you some papers, and if you have any questions, we're just a phone call or email away, and happy to come anytime if you want any more details, but just wanted a chance to at least give you a brief update.
So I'll put the rubber band back on this. Do you want it back up here, or do you want it on the back table?
I'll take it up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe hang it up just so people will.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Put it up on
that'd
the
be
wall so people can
See it?
Perfect, yeah.
see it.
Okay, thank you.
Martina, thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Bye-bye. Yeah, have a good day, everyone.
Okay, moving on. Town office, photocopier replacement.
I gave you guys each a copy of the quotes that we got. We only got it from SimQuest. McGee did come down, but never put a quote in. At least I have not received it yet. And Justin, when he came down, we talked very lengthy on support. If we have issues, we need a repair person that day. And I was very pleased with Justin, and he actually lives in Chittenden, and I know exactly where he lives. Because I made sure I got that from him. So out of the two copiers, after talking with Justin, it would be better for us if we went with the colored one, because the colored copier is actually cheaper on the cartridge, the toner, versus buying the cartridges for the listers copier and the Selectboard copier. And if you're looking at it, there is a cash price versus lease. And I think the lease one would be more ideal because that way they're responsible for everything.
Which includes the,
The toner, the repairs, travel time.
So they supply the toner
Yes,
and the color ink
yes.
for the 131.03.
No,
That's for
the 199, because the colored one is 199.14. The black and, just the plain black and white is the 131.03. That's the least price per month.
There's 2 quotes.
There's 2 quotes there, one's for
Maybe
color,
one page back from wherever you.
you should have another one marked there.
should be another one.
It's right down there.
That's the 131.03 that I
Yeah,
said.
and then there's a, that's the colour.
Oh, I don't have that.
I put it there,
Sorry, but I don't have that one.
because I also gave you the agreement.
On the back page, isn't it?
No.
No,
You take the one I just passed you. I just passed you one.
The bear stole it.
Okay, I'm gonna get. Okay.
Give me mine back.
How long's the lease?
it's a 5-year lease, and then because the copier we have now, we just had to get it repaired, and we were down on a Thursday. I was here Friday waiting all day for McGee to get here, and they did not show up until Monday, and paychecks were late getting out that day because we did not have the copier, and also got told that the age of our copier, they're no longer making parts for it.
Yes. Which is not surprising.
So-
So they want $3,180 to purchase it, and an additional $133 a month to service it.
Or
Correct.
you go with the, or you go with the lease.
$199, yeah.
Just leased.
Better off just to lease it.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Where does this fit on budget?
That would go under office supplies.
Office supplies.
Yeah.
But when we were doing the budget, we weren't having problems with our copier. And then it decided to break. And I'm not sure how long it's gonna stay running. And without the copier, we're dead in the water here.
Oh, we're gonna combine and just have one copy, one printer in the office.
Yes, we still have the other ones, but we won't have to buy the ink and stuff for them. And then once they run out, we can,
All the computers are connected to that printer?
yeah.
They all can be.
I didn't know, I'm just asking.
Well, that's where all the tax bills are printed to.
Yeah. So
Oh,
we're kind of
As long as,
rock in a hard
as
place.
long as we just, and supporting the other printers.
Correct.
It seems like a no-brainer.
It's a no-brainer.
From a cost perspective.
I'll ask if there is a motion.
You
I'll
want to
make
know
a
it?
motion that we purchase the new Simquest,
Lease.
lease,
it's going.
the new Simquest
It's colored.
color copier
$199.
for $199.14 a month, $199.14 a month.
You know,
Is there a
if you-
second?
If you don't print the big tax bills, we won't complain.
We don't
Yours
print the
just
bills,
went
we can't
up.
pay for the printer.
Yours just went up, Steve.
I'll second the motion.
The ayes?
Aye.
Aye.
I would just, when we
What do you need?
code that thing to QuickBooks, put it to copier expense. There's a line item for that. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure we can find the budget for this.
What did you say, Jay?
There's a line item for copier expense.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And then the next budget meeting, we just adjust the budgets appropriately to cover that cost.
Okay.
And don't spend as much on office supplies next year.
Wasn't that copier purchased by Sue?
Yes, that, it was purchased by
Yeah,
Sue.
it's been around a while.
Yeah.
It's been a very long time.
Yeah, wow.
But it's never really been a shared resource.
No.
It's never been a shared printer until really kind of a recent.
Actually, the listers used it when Sue was here. We did.
Yeah. But not for color. Is that?
No, that was just black and white
And of course, the treasurer uses it every
every day too.
day.
Okay.
And the planning commission does.
Okay, moving on, Delta Dental renewal.
So, renewal is due on July the 1st. The prices are 2.58% higher.
Seems like a. Less than inflationary increase.
Smile.
Yeah.
So I'll make a motion to accept Delta Dental with a 2.8 increase for the dentists, for the subscribers and the family plans and the children as well. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
The ayes?
Aye.
Aye.
Share's going up 9.6% for individuals.
Okay, Rutland Sheriff's Department report of traffic control and animal control.
You want to speak to the sheriff?
I reached out to them and never received a call. So, I do know they have, as I said before, they have issued some animal control tickets. But when I reached out to them, they never returned my call, so I will call them again.
Just for information,
Yeah, I wanted an update.
but in their monthly, now they're sending their monthly bills direct to me and to Dawn, and explaining how many hours are spent on traffic and how many on animal control.
But we wanted to know what they had for tickets. And
Yeah, well, there isn't that detail, but in the last month they have not done any animal control activities in April.
I will reach out again.
Do you want me to see who the current person is and try to get you a number?
Yeah, I actually talked to the commander, so I will reach out again.
Okay, 2026 Rutland Regional Public Works Mutual Aid Agreement.
This is mainly just to sign.
Yeah, every year we sign it.
That we have to sign every year.
And we also need to identify our aiding official and our requesting official, which is something new to me. So.
Because usually we have primaries Clinton or primary Mark on the last year's form. You're talking about these two?
Yeah.
Or new?
Yeah. We must have a copy of last year's. I would keep it the same as last year's.
But we do need you to sign that.
Yeah, this is the same one. Okay, we'll sign that one. There.
I can try to pull that up right now and see. it was Clinton Mark
Yes.
is the order on that form. Clinton Mark.
Okay, right.
Yeah. Signed it. I can fill the rest out. Okay. The next line item is pest control for the town office.
Yes, we need to do something.
So I would just
Get a hold of Vermont Pest Control.
either that or there's what, Orca, there's a bunch of different ones, but I'd get at least prices from a couple of them, 3 of them,
Okay.
to see what their quote's gonna be to come down and do what's needed to do.
I think it's as a. Who are your pests? What are your pests? Mice.
Oh, big time.
Big time.
So, you know, I've also asked them about the boxes on the external of the building, which drastically helps.
Okay. Yeah, we need to do it before they really get into the safe, because
Yep.
during the day, the safe is open, and I'd hate the little critters to start eating documents.
Yep, not a problem.
Oh, that would be a problem.
Well, that would be a problem. Not having pest control come is not a problem.
Okay.
Okay, moving on to old business. Local emergency management plan, annual update and approval.
I've got to get this done. I have not had a moment to update it. If we have another meeting later this month, maybe for treasurer topic, I'll
We will.
for that meeting to sign.
I'd like to
It's-
get the 3 quotes for that too.
It's pretty minor edit, just
Yep.
update conduct. So
Okay.
any other major, you gave me a couple.
Yep. Not a problem. Then, the Act 181 letter, from the town of Mount Holly. You know, we wrote to the Vermont General Assembly,
Well, we haven't,
well, this is the letter, it's drafted. It says, "The town of Mount Holly Selectboard wishes to express our concerns regarding Act 181, in particular its potential effects on rural towns such as ours. We recognize that the legislature has difficult task in balancing the needs to protect sensitive areas from inappropriate development and the need to encourage development which supports the growth of our economy and the construction of homes for Vermonters. The idea of making it easier to build homes for Vermonters by exempting projects for review in areas that are already developed while requiring review in environmentally sensitive areas makes sense." Then we are no longer able to view the specific proposals for tiered designations, giving the repeal process for Act 181, but do have concerns regarding the implementations of future land use designations, for example, rural agricultural and forestry, and the ability to support the development of affordable housing, or whether there would be limits on funding in an attempt to direct such development only to village centers. How the proposed land use review board would interpret these uses and their links to the proposed tiers is uncertain. These questions point to the broader concerns regarding Act 181. The legislature gave very little details of the tiers and left designations in the developments of regulations to a process which is untransparent and gives little opportunity for input or comment by the public who will ultimately be most affected by such regulations. As the repeal process moves ahead, we hope that the legislation will follow through on the proposals to consult more broadly on how to balance the needs to support economic growth and access to housing with the objective of protecting forest blocks in sensitive environmental areas from overdevelopment. The solution may include more carrots such as sustainable subsidies for landowners who choose to conserve their lands than stick such prohibited prohibitions of development. But whatever solutions are proposed should be based on strong public engagement, respectively submitted by the Board of Town of Mount Holly. So this is our draft letter, which we want to send in. So is there any questions, concerns? Yes, Dennis?
But I certainly support this, and I'm glad that it's all written up and ready to go. I do know that the legislature has pretty well done acting and repealed a lot of it, especially the road rule has been removed, and the governor doesn't seem to have any problems with it now that it's been stripped of a lot of the concerns.
It is, but I still want to make sure the town,
Yeah.
It's on record.
Yeah,
the
on record.
town supports it.
Yeah, thank you.
So Jeff, Diane,
Yes, very good.
is there a motion to accept the letter as is?
I'll make the motion, we accept the letter as Faith is written.
Is there a second?
A second letter.
The ayes?
Aye.
Aye.
Interesting.
So if you want to sign as well as me and Jeff.
I said interesting.
I think part of the issue was how much it would cost to do an active.
It was. The Act 250 side of the permitting and stuff for rural areas, for development, you know, I was talking to a developer that builds homes, and he said it would, for the permit process and going through Act 250 for some of the stuff that would have to be if driveways are over a certain length, you know, it'd be 100 grand or better for the engineering of it. So,
That's counterintuitive for the rural town.
it is, it is.
It seemed like the act was in place to help restrict development in one area, but then add
In
other restrictions.
Yeah, into the major cities and
Yeah.
communities, it was to help them. So,
I guess that's how government works, right?
yes, it is.
Tick for tat
Yep.
type situation.
So, but, you know, I give kudos to all the towns in the state of Vermont because the majority of them have sent these letters in, you know, for the repeal of some of it or all of it. Okay, so Dream Host account.
So I've had a bit more discussion with Ian Newbert, and we have agreed that the best DreamHost option for us would be something called Dream Press One. It's a cost of $14.99 per month for the first year, $20 a month thereafter. There is some support from DreamHost for this in terms of the kind of issues that we've been having with emails. However, I do also have the names of 2 individuals who might be able to provide bespoke services if we feel we need it, if we aren't able to get what we require from DreamHost. So I'd like to ask the Select Board's permission to set up that account now. Then I would work with Ian to do the transfer, and we have 2 or 3 weeks to check that everything works properly on our own account before he withdraws.
I say go ahead.
I'm okay with that, just make a motion. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion. Faith goes ahead with the setup of the DreamHost account.
I'll second it. The ayes?
Aye.
Aye.
No, Dennis, turn it.
That'll turn it.
On the other
No,
side.
Well,
no,
the
it's-
other side,
it's-
Dennis.
Oh, there we go. That's what I was looking for.
Yeah, right.
That's exactly what I was looking for.
You say that to all of us.
Got the same homes.
Thank you, Dennis. I'll get the one that's blind.
Oh, I thought that was the one.
No, it's this one.
That door, I need me.
Thank you, Dennis.
The sun is setting.
Thank you, Dennis.
Good now, Dennis.
Okay. So, okay, administrative officer / planning commission clerk appointment.
So I was in contact with the Planning Commission Chair, because we have a bit of a timing issue. They have received one application, but have not had a chance to discuss it. They will do so at their meeting next week on the 19th. So there are two options proposed. Either the select board makes an interim appointment to extend the administrative officer by a month, and then we come back to the next select board meeting, or depending on the timing of any special meeting this month, we can add it to that agenda, assuming it's after the 19th.
I'm okay with the extension of a month anyways.
Well, if you read down the line, we've got another thing we have to take care of. So we gotta have another meeting.
Yeah, we've got more than one meeting.
Yeah.
So.
So it can be added before the end of the month.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wanna cover your butt and have an extension, we can do so.
No, we can just table it to the special meeting that we're gonna have. That might be easier because we're gonna have to do one for some upcoming interviews, which we'll get down to.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll table that one for the special meeting we're gonna do. Yes. Okay, dog license update.
Dog license update. We are down to 26 dogs that are not registered, but only 20 owners. And out of the 20 owners, there's one owner that we cannot have her go and get her dog a rabies shot, because, and I got the letter from the veterinary, because her dog is being treated because it ate rat poison.
Oh.
Man, oh no, not good.
So,
Yeah.
the letter from the vet is stating they cannot give it a rabies shot. So we've done good out of the ones.
Yep.
So I'm still working on them, and I wasn't sure if you guys have to have it turned over to you by June, and then you guys can decide which way you want to go with it.
I will give us the update on the June meeting and we'll go forward on that.
Okay,
Okay, thank you, Carol.
no problem.
Actually, that's pretty good for this
It
time
is.
of year.
Yeah.
It is.
That's excellent.
Okay, posting places for public notice.
So we
We did it once,
did
but now
vote.
that Mount Holly,
Yeah, so we voted for the town office here, the Oddfellows and the Belmont Post Office, but Mount Holly is now open again.
yeah, I'd like to make a motion to do an amendment to that. Instead of the Oddfellow Home Hall, go back to the Mount Holly Post Office
I'll second.
for notices. The ayes? Aye. Okay, moving on to treasurer applications. As everybody knows by now, Liz has resigned as a treasurer for the town. So we put out ad in the paper and stuff for the select board to appoint a treasurer for the remaining term of Liz. Then it will have to go to vote again in March. But also, I believe we had discussed in the special meeting, we're talking about going to vote to make it an appointed position by the select board in the future. So, which still, even though we'll send it to vote if the townspeople vote yes for an appointed position by the board, we still have to go 1 year before it will take effect. So you'll still have to vote somebody in for 1 year, then it will go to an appointment. But anyways, we have 2 applicants that have applied for the treasurer's position. Nobody's neither here. One is Mark Miller of Mount Holly, and the other one is Amy Taylor of Mount Holly. Both gave letter of interests along with the resumes. I wish they were here, but
You want me to interview?
huh?
Are you going to interview?
Yeah. No, I am going to interview. But they could at least talk about their interests in it. It is an interview position. I'd like to do the interviews as soon as we can, depending on the time frame for Jeff and Diane to be able to do them.
It would be nice if you guys could appoint one by the end of the month, so that way they can get registered for a training in regards to tax billing.
Yep. So I would like to, if we can, do the interviews early next week.
Well, my thought was, if we could set it up for tomorrow, the interview. I don't know how you guys are set for your schedules. And then go and, do our special meeting on the 20th. If that works. If not, we can do the 20th and then we do the
I
20th.
just gotta look at my calendar, I guess.
Because the 19th is the planning commission meeting, which our applicant would be named.
Just to, next Wednesday, I'm not available after 4
It
p.m.
would be easier for me Thursday than it is Wednesday.
This Thursday I can't do it. I got doctor's appointment. At 3.
You may not be able to do the treasury because of the tax bills at the treasurer's. That may be incompatible with this
We can
stuff.
be because David is.
Unless you guys, let's say, if we started at 4:30, 5 o'clock, if we start on at 5.
If we can do 5 tomorrow would be better for me.
Oh, I
I
was,
think tomorrow would be better for me.
Okay, if we can do 5 tomorrow.
Yeah, I can do tomorrow.
Okay.
I would not be available.
we would be the, so,
What time are you available?
Well, I have this volunteer thing that I have to be in Rutland by 5:30.
so if we can,
Well, why not?
if you could do Thursday at 5, if that would be better.
Wednesdays. So if we do, it's gonna cut it close for me, but 4 tomorrow?
Yeah, assuming they're also available.
Yeah.
Right.
Correct. Do one at 4 and one at 4:30?
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long it will take me with my appointment. See what I can do.
Okay. Just,
Tomorrow at 4.
anyway.
Okay,
But is
tomorrow's
it an interview or is it a meeting?
It's still a meeting.
I mean,
No, it's an interview, it's an employee interview, yes.
it's an
We never
employee. That
Still
this-
special.
it's-
Meeting if we're gonna put anything else on it, other than just interview.
No, we can't do anything else until the following week
So-
after this planning commission meeting. And that would be
Okay,
our
so-
special meeting.
We can, if we can do 4 and 4:30, or
So tomorrow at 4 is fine.
tomorrow at 4 is gonna be
Is that
tough.
okay, Jeff? Or is that very hard for you?
No, I'll make it work. It's important.
Yeah, so,
Thursday's just anything like after 6 is, I can't do.
so see if they can come in, one at 4 and one at 4:30, and then we'll go from there.
Yeah.
Just send us an email.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Is there any questions? Okay, going to citizens' concerns, citizens' comments. Yes, Dennis.
So, I don't know if Clinton's still here. So I was listening when he was talking about the trees at the lake and stuff. And I haven't had much luck with the one in the Carroll Cemetery, and it's a huge maple, and about 12 feet up to the ground, it's cracked right down through. And it's gonna go in both directions and destroy probably.
Is it alive?
It is not alive a whole lot, it's still alive, but it needs to come down. And I've had quotes, and the quotes are getting higher, they can't really get in there. There might be some grave sites that are in that area too, unmarked graves. So I'm gonna approach the Bickfords again, because I think Clinton talked about $4,000.
He's gonna contact me about that one.
Okay, because at this point, I don't care if they leave the 10-foot stump there. As long as they get the limbs off and the weight out of it, then if it goes, it probably won't reach a stone. But they've got to do something, that thing comes down.
So,
Thank you,
So,
Clinton. I didn't realize you.
Clinton.
Yeah, he's gonna
Steve?
take a look at it again.
Okay,
Wait till he's done.
thanks.
he's done.
Oh,
Go then.
I apologize, I forgot to ask when you were talking about the leases, what type of lease is it? Do we own the equipment at the end, or do we return it?
For the copier,
Yes.
Copiers?
we
It's a-
return it because
Okay, that's
you'll
better.
never own it.
You don't wanna own it.
Right, that's why I was asking.
You know, everybody leases copiers because they're self-destruction.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay.
Get a new one every 4 or 5 days.
Any other comments or concerns? Okay, moving on to announcements. Town office will be closed for David Johnson's memorial on May 21st, Maple Grove Cemetery at 2:30 p.m., followed by the Oddfellow Hall for a reception. And for Memorial Day, Monday, May 25th. Okay, review and sign the orders. I don't believe we need an executive session. So, thank you everybody for coming. This meeting is adjourned.